Hello and welcome to Guidance with Tragic O'Hara, the place where I thought dressing up like a guidance teacher and answering people's questions was a stupid idea, and for some reason people have sent me in more questions. How long have you been an artist? How long have I been an artist? I was an artist for a long time before I became a walrus chaser, but I never really felt like an artist, and every time I said I was an artist, I would add a bit onto the back that made me not an artist. I would bolt a statement onto the back of that word. Like, I'm an artist, but I don't paint like canvases and that. Like, I paint walls, something like that. Or like, I am an artist, but like I do a lot of community work. And I do stuff like that. I've never been comfortable with that thing of an artist because of and it's because I've got a bad attitude. Like, I keep saying this, I say this in a lot of my videos. I have a bad attitude when it comes to things. I know I have, right? That's why I've got Rule 0.5, because I can be a dick. Like, I can be. I know I can. And whenever I've met people who take themselves seriously as artists, there's just the wee dick voice in me is just like, just keep poking fun at that. Just keep poking that in the face and see what happens. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I walked into someone's, it's the reason why I don't call this a studio. It's my workshop, because if I had a studio, I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't believe that word. A studio. To me, a studio is clean and has canvases all over the place. You know what I mean? But like that, an artist's studio is very different from this workshop. This workshop's a mess, but it's where I work. I turn up and I start working. I'd feel if I used the word studio, you'd be doing a lot of sitting about waiting for inspiration to strike. And I don't have that. Like, I just come in and I just work on a thing. Like, and there's loads of half-finished things. And I just come in and I work on things until things are done. How long I was an artist would have been 6 years, but I was always an artist with something else bolted on. The one time that I felt like I could become an artist was after my exhibition, The Thief, that I'd done. And I thought I could have become an artist at that point. I was like, I could really make a go at this. And this is what I could do. I could be an artist. And a commission came up, right? And it came up and it was for £10,000. Like, I won't tell you who the commission was for, right? But I'll tell you it was for £10,000. And I have never in my life seen that amount of money. Never. From anything. And it was for a piece of art on a wall. So I could do that. And it was a thing very relative to what I was doing. And it was a thing that was in not my hometown, but a place very close to my Ayrshire roots, because I'm not Glaswegian, I'm not from Glasgow, I'm not from Edinburgh, I'm from Ayrshire, right? And it was very close to that. And I wrote up exactly what I would do. I made a CV exactly the way that an artist would make a CV. And I went to send it in, right? And the email address wouldn't accept my thing, right? It wouldn't accept because the files were too big. So I dropped it into the place on a pen drive, and I sat there and waited. And I was like, if I get this, that 10 grand is going to get me to the next bit, and I will be an artist, and I'll finally have done it. I'll have finally figured this out. And the phone never rang, and the email never came. And one day I was like, I'm just going to phone. And I phoned them. I was like, hello, how you doing? My name's Tragic O'Hara. I had put in an application for this, and I haven't heard anything back. And the guy on the other end of the phone was like, oh, everyone's been alerted. Like, the commission's been given out. I was like, all right. And I was like, so just I never heard anything. And he was like, no, well, that's been given out. It's been given to, and the people that got it were from Glasgow. The person that got the thing was from Glasgow, right? I'm not going to tell you who it is. It doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? It wasn't one of the things that was like a pure animosity kind of thing. Like, it was just they got it and I didn't. And a bit annoyed me, because I was like, Would I have got that if I was for Glasgow? Would I have got that if I had an art degree? Would I have got that if I had this? And then I quit. That's the truth, that's what happened. And then I quit. And I got a real job. I got a real job. That was me, I was done. That was my bit. I was like, I'm not an artist. I'm obviously not an artist. I don't speak the same language as these people. I don't fit in with these people. I'm not an artist. So I quit. And I got a real job. And then 2 years later, not even 2 years later, probably longer than that, I don't know, dates mean nothing to me, do you know what I mean? But like a while later, I hated it. I absolutely loathed the job. And I was bitter. There was a really bitter bit in me. That dick, that bit was there. And I'd look at people that were doing the thing that I wanted to do, and I would do nothing but be jealous and hateful and spiteful towards these people. Because it never happened for me. Because I didn't fit in. Because I'm not an artist. I'm not that. I'm not. I am not the person who sits down and makes forms and asks for permission to do a thing. I'm not that. I'm not. And I'm not the person who will turn up and have an idea of my own and then change everything that I do to fit in with you because you don't think it'll work. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy, right? And I never will be. And as soon as I realise that about myself, I get on so much better. Because when I come up with an idea now and I say, this is what I want to do, and they say no, I go, cool, because someone else will want to do it. And one day you'll see that, and you'll go, oh, it did work. And that's it. And that's the dick bit. It's just more positive now. It's just more positive. Where I'm like, cool, man, that's fine. I'm away to do it. See you later on. Like, that's it. Like the robot thing. 3 times I've been knocked back for funding for my robot. 3 times. And I've built it. I have built my robot. And all will be revealed soon. Right? But those 3 people those 3 organisations that knocked me back for funding for my robot, done it, mate. I didn't need your money. I just needed the time to work on it, and I found the time and the skills other ways, and I built it. Is it perfect? No. Far from perfect. Is it 100% there yet? Nope. But it will be, and as soon as I show people my robot, they'll be like, let's make another one of them. Like, seriously, man, what a rant that was, right? But that's how long I've been an artist, was for a long time, but I never really felt like it. When I wrote that on things like my Instagram bio, musician, artist, it just didn't feel right, do you know what I mean? And now I'm a wildest chaser, and it makes perfect sense to me. And I draw pictures, and some people still go, oh, we'll introduce you as an artist. But I'm not. I'm not an artist. I'm a professional walrus chaser. There's nothing in my job description to make me fit in with what you're doing. So that's it. That was it. I thought I get kind of deep at a few points, didn't it? We went a bit kind of ranty. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your questions. Right. If you have a question, follow the link in the description and send them in. And when I get enough, I'll do another run of these guidance with Tragic O'Hara's. So thank you very much for your time. It's the most important thing you've got, because you don't know how much you've got of it. That's why it's the main currency of a walrus chaser. And next time, I don't even know if I said don't know in the last one. I'd need to check, but next time, don't know.